Rockin' and rollin', vape fam. What is going down? Joe of All Vapes coming at you once again, talking about Vango Vapes a little bit more today. Now, Canadian company out of British Columbia, really good stuff. They've got a ton of lines. Today we're talking about the International Delights line once again. As you can see, they've got 9 signature flavors. So I had to hit these up with at least several reviews, man. These are really, really good. Dessert and breakfast inspired. So basically what they do is they go all over the world and then they find different types of inspirations from different cultures, different countries, and they put them in a vape. Some of the best stuff that I've had, and to be perfectly honest with you, a lot of these, and I've said this before, taste a heck of a lot better than the actual real thing that I've tried. So first of all, I'm going to break it down for you just a little bit. This one is the Belgian Waffle with maple syrup. Now, I'm totally going to be biased on this one. If the Canadians cannot figure out how to do a good maple syrup, we're in trouble, man. We're in big, big trouble. These come in fat 70 milliliter bottles. These are all max VG. I don't know the exact ratio. I'm thinking probably around 70-30, 60-40, something like that. Probably the 70-30 mark. But check it out, max VG. I'm not lying about this. So the cool thing about these bottles, other than the flavor, 70 milliliters, love the label, definitely full of some bling, but you get the top fill option with the little unicorn tip, little pointy tip there. Now, it's not totally super duper ultra pointy, but you can fit this in pretty much any tank, and it's awesome for dripping. I love to drip on this bad boy. Incidentally, it drips awesomely. Solid cloud production. I don't get it too hot simply because after a while my tongue starts to taste burnt. But what we're talking about here with a Belgian waffle is your typical awesome kind of a cakey, creamy consistency, that crusty amazingness right off of the waffle iron. And then of course you're talking about a little bit of deep, dark, rich, thick, sweet maple syrup. Top that off with some awesome creamy, fresh whipped cream. See, I don't deny you. It's on the box, man. This stuff is totally tubular. This is the bridge between the breakfast vapors and the dessert vapors, okay? Now, like I said, they make 9 different flavors, and these are really some amazingly unique flavors. This is definitely one of my all-day vapes, the Belgian Waffles one. It's really, really tasty. Think you guys are going to dig that one. Bringing it up to second place is the International Delights Cinnamon Churro. So hopefully I shouldn't have to get too much into the explanation of that, but if for some strange reason you've never tried a cinnamon churro, you need to go to like a local county fair or be born and raised in Central California like I was. I don't know what to say. But it's kind of a Mexican dessert snack sort of treat. Sort of think of like a waffle that is just deep fried and it's a little stick about this long. Roll it in cinnamon sugar. That's about as good as it gets right there. So the cool thing about this stuff, a lot of cinnamon extracts that go into a lot of e-juices out there can sometimes taste really, really funky. And I know because I've tried cinnamon juice from people that have given me stuff to review before, and nothing tastes worse than something that tastes like some sweaty gym socks or old dishwater. It leaves for a bad experience and definitely a bad taste in your mouth, man. But don't have to worry about that with Vango Vapes. They use a really, really high quality cinnamon extract on this stuff. Of course, all the other flavors are pretty much intermingling too. So none of the maple syrup experience from the Belgian waffles, but you're going to get a fairly similar flavor with kind of that cakey, crusty goodness. This time you're just getting a straight cinnamon sugar blast with just a little bit of a buttery undertone. So great inhale, better exhale because it just dissipates so evenly in your mouth, man. And it's high VG once again. You can tank this stuff, which tastes pretty darn good with the tanks too. I come equipped, guys. I ain't gonna do you wrong. Third, but not last, or least, depending on how you want to look at it, is Taro bubble tea with lychee jelly. So, like I said, you're getting flavors from pretty much around the world. They gave me this handy-dandy little map to show me all the flavors and all the inspirations all over the world that they got from this stuff. Now, I've tried lychee vapes before, and to be perfectly honest with you, they just kind of rub me the wrong way. Lychee is kind of a unique flavor substance. It's sweet. It's an interesting fruit. Very exotic, not very well known. So the interesting thing is that when the e-juice market started really getting popular, they started coming out with different brands and different companies making different flavors, making it sometimes pretty darn complicated. So lychee, okay, that's not a traditional fruit. But if you're going to do it, figure it out and do it right. Don't just tout, hey, I've got some new stuff. You guys ought to try this. This lychee was actually pretty darn good. So it being more of a lychee jelly, like it said, a lot sweeter on the inhale. The cool thing is the Taro comes through amazingly. So Taro bubble tea, even so, a little bit more different. It has kind of a heady consistency, a little bit deep and spicy. Taro is really good because it kind of reminds me a lot of coconut. And I'm sure I'm not the only one out there that has experienced that. I've tried a lot of Taro flavored e-juice before in the past. Not a ton of them, but most of them have just kind of a coconutty type of experience with that. So if you love coconut, if you like Taro, and you can differentiate the flavor between the two, you're definitely going to love this one. It's basically the best of both worlds. It just gives you a nice balance between sweet and subtle, a little bit of a dark, rich flavor. It's a really unique combination. Really think you guys are going to enjoy that. So it's a short and sweet review today, but the International Delights line from my boys at Vango Vapes, British Columbia, Canada. They do these amazingly. They've got a ton of lines. And the cool thing is, I'm going to be reviewing every single flavor of every single one of their lines. Don't get bored with me yet, guys. Stay tuned. Stick around for much more from Vango Vapes. So if you dug this review, check me out. Spread the word here at Joe of All Vapes. I've got some awesome giveaways and discounts on Instagram coming up here pretty soon as well. Always something new, always something exciting. Definitely stay tuned for that. I want to appreciate and thanks big time to Vango Vapes. Check them out on vangovapes.com, folks. They've got a ton more stuff than I can talk about in one breath. And if you know me, I've got a lot of breaths. So do yourselves a favor, guys. Stay humble because that's important. Love yourselves, love each other, at least try, man, and you keep it cloudy.